welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It's just about game time as we're settled into Tampa's Raymond James Stadium. Tonight, a rivalry matchup in the NFC South. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here's Carter on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Brown had the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out. It's now in his 14th season, Brock. That's not bad for a fourth-rounder out of Michigan State back in 2012, huh? It is Kirk Cousins.
Kid, I don't think I'm the only one wondering whether or not age is catching up to Cousins. He was often injured last year, ultimately benched at the end of the season. But this is a guy who will enter the year top 20 all-time in passing in the NFL and been a durable starter for the majority of it.
Putting a receiver in motion. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. On the play fake, it's Cousins. And the Buccaneers are going to get home as they drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? 3rd and long for him here. That one complete to Pitts. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Cousins out of the pistol here. Back to Pitts it goes. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd down now, they need 7. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
The toss now to Robinson. And they send him out of bounds right as he was coming up to that marker, Brock. It's going to be 2nd down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Play action now for Cousins. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
1st and 10, Cousins. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Looking to throw. Cousins. Now trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he's tackled for no gain.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Throw right side, caught by Mooney. And he runs out of room before he can get to that marker. So now we're going to see what they decide to do, Brock, on this 4th and 1.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down? All in all, Kate, we call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here now are the Buccaneers on offense to begin their first drive. And at the helm, coming off a career-best performance in year 7 here in the NFL, the #1 overall pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
I firmly believe the NFL is better with quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield in it. His teams, they just embrace his feisty, chippy attitude he plays with. They also embrace the production he's shown. Massive new career best a season ago with 4,500 yards and 41 touchdowns.
They give to Irving to start this drive. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know it can set the table for more.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Bucs have the first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
First down, here's Baker. Dumps it off to his running back. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they come, second down. Mayfield now from the gun. That's complete, Mike Evans. And he's taken down at the 30. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Irving on the counter. Rob's right, first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Once again, Irving. He's got it in the red zone. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a first down too.
From the red zone on first. Dumped off to his running back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
From the gun, Mayfield. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 16 yards. Complete to Chris Godwin. 1st down and goal to go.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal. Irving has the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers finish off their opening drive. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive.
Chase McLaughlin.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flight. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the 2nd time. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. I love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just your quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Back to throw, Cousins. Jump off top of his back. And he's brought down at the line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. To the air on 3rd and long. Right side, wheeled in by Pitts. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Staying with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Pressure's there, and the Bucs got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Back to their own side of the field now, Brock. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Cousins. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. A 28-yard pickup there. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the gun, it's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. To the air, Cousins. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to work it to the 20. Vontae David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Now Cousins on 3rd and short. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. He hit his 1st one. His 2nd one's coming from inside of 40. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Tucker now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their 2nd drive coming up. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Mayfield now off the play action. This is hauled in by Ahn on the right side. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. They got 21 yards on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Mayfield on 1st and 10. Gets it to him on the screen. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Shotgun handoff to Irving. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line. I think they might have taken that first down for granted there, Brock, and now their punishment is they got to figure out 3rd down.
Yeah, a little bit of questioning, some mind games now, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't that work out? Can we trust to run it here on 3rd down? Not a gigantic call, but one that certainly creates a lot of confusion.
On 3rd and 2, here's Mayfield. That one's gone to Godwin. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Give him 8 on that one. And the Bucs have the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Irving here from the gun. Drops that first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Baker to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. They'll throw 3rd and long. Down the field. Evans has it. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. They strike for 23 yards. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Setting up the screen here to Godwin. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Baker throwing again. They were ready for him. They won that battle on the ground. This is backed up to the 9. Their rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. 7-6 is our score. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Ready to go with our 2nd quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score. 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And he finds him in the end zone for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow the lead to 7. With a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Buccaneers grow their lead to 8.
14, Falcons 6.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Agnew on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Here's the counter give to Robinson. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. A gain of 15 there. And that's a Falcon first down.
First down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st and 10. Here's Cousins. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So 2nd down coming up. Another look for him, Brock. And, hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
Go right side, caught by Mooney. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
It's Cousins once more. Back to Pitts it goes. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Going right side, Robinson with it. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. In the red zone on 1st. Batted away at the line. Incomplete. He didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. 2nd down coming up.
You know, those big guys are taught if you can't get to the quarterback, the next best thing is to get your big paw in the air and knock that ball away.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins now off the play fake. Drops back. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play. Yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. And he hits the extra points. A little surprised they wouldn't go for 2 in the tie, but at least he made it. So the lead falls to a single point.
13.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Tucker now on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Baker now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st down, here's Baker. It's a big strike downfield to Aguka. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Another Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Irving on the inside give. He's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Right back to Irving now. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Here's the give to Irving. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It's pretty obvious this defense. They need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Quickly into the hands of Evans. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, it's Irving. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Evans, the motion man here. 3rd and short, Mayfield. Dumps it off to his running back. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by McLaughlin is good. That'll push their lead to 4.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Agnew on the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. He's away from one. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
1st down from the 42. On the play fake, it's Cousins. Finds his back, it's Robinson. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
There's the fake, Cousins to throw. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And they bring him down around the 34.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. Pressure's there, and the Bucs got him. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Tried to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. We call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Mayfield now from the gun. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Bucs have the first.
At the 33-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down now, ball at the 33. On the give, this is Irving. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
From the gun, Mayfield. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's Baker to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Completed over the middle. He has this down to the 34. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's another Buccaneers 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll run this with Irving. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. David Onyemata there for the stop.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Here's Baker. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the Falcons' 28-yard line.
Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. It's the Bucs who are in front here at Raymond James. Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. To throw, Mayfield. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. 3rd down. Mayfield set to pass. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find the home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. It's a 38-yard look here. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Agnew on the return. Making some progress here. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They find themselves trailing 20-13 after that score. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's set out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air, Cousins. Hits him on the out route. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Shotgun snap against to Robinson. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Now Cousins on 3rd and short. Lobs this deep down the middle. That one's caught by Mooney. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons earn the chance to tie before halftime.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons tie this game up. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. On the return, here comes Cameron Johnson. Showing a little burst so far. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He has been putting up some numbers early in this contest. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Baker now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Mayfield will look to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st down from the 42. Baker now from the gun. Catch made left side by Abuka. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Mayfield now off the play action. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
All set to go now from the 35. Mayfield to throw again. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Billy Pullman on the coverage.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Baker. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
A gain of 15 yards. That's up.
So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Tucker now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers getting their offense set to go to begin the third. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They're going to start the half with a give to Irving. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. He gets 16 yards on that play. And the Bucs have the first.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. Going to the ground again on first. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. A.J. Terrell making that stop.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Now a carry by Irving. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Connects on the crosser. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Bucs have the first.
First down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
First down, here's Baker. He's going to tuck it and run. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
17 more yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Complete on the option. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
Back to the 3 after that last play. It's 3rd and goal. Mayfield now from the gun. Dumped off to his running back. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Carter on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Falcons and receiver Darnell Mooney headed out there now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver left. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. On the play fake, it's Cousins. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
We've set it downs from the 37. Man in motion, headed right. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Out of the gun, Cousins. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until they play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. walks to the line. 1st and 10. They give to Irving to start this drive. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Steps up and he's running with it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
We've set it downs from 37. On 1st down, they're going to run with Irving. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons set a big return onto that pitch. Look at this. They've got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
I know he started to play as a defender. Gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Cousins, a quick throw, complete. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Here's Cousins now. Now trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You know, Kate, it is so nice to have a running back that can catch it, too. And a pass catcher that is so good in a select package of plays just like that through the air. That screen is devastating to a defense when you got a runner that can catch it like that.
2 yards standing between this unit and 6. Here's 3rd and goal. Cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead.
Buccaneers 23.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Johnson now on the return. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And it's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. In on the tackle, the first rounder out of Georgia, Jalen Walker.
Not the big play they were hoping for when you call a jet sweep, but at the very least, it got him some positive yards. Things could have easily gone backwards there.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's Baker. He just keeps finding Evans. He gets it up to the 35, but this is short. 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Mayfield keeps it himself. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
New set of downs from 37. Running left, this is Irving. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry.
He was brought down.
No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Baker to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. God, man, this is Evans. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's set out. Give him 13 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And now they face 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Throwing again, it's Mayfield. It's a big strong downfield to Anguka. And he's taken down at the 30. So 20 yards on that play. And the Bucs have the first.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They kick the running back in motion. Baker now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Third down, here's Mayfield. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
On fourth down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
They can't blame him for the deficit. He's been doing all he can to kick them into contention. That's now his 4th field goal. And all those kicks he's made are part of why the lead is still close.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Here's Carter on the return. Showing a little burst so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I think it's so easy for us up here in the booth or sitting on the couch watching at home wondering why. How do those guys fall for that misdirection? But on the field, that play happens so fast, and the execution so high for that offense to get a big-time run.
Slot man motioned over. First down, and they go right back to him. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
First down from the 42. Another carry for Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. They're on him again. He goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
First down, looking to throw. Mayfield. Right side, this is Ibuka. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Here's the give to Irving. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Once again, Irving. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Right back to Irving now. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. The give for the first time to Rashad White. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. This time it's a passing play. Dumps it off to his running back. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Going to Godwin. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and 10, it's a give to White. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Baker. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. White on first and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Buccaneers take a fourth quarter lead. It's a Rashawn White touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
So up comes Mayfield and his offense. They're going for two.
The Bucs will set up for the two.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that two-point attempt.
27.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Agnew on the return. Escapes the defender. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, the very minimal gain.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. We look underneath here. Robinson. He takes this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on the play.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to run here with Robinson. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Punt team on the field. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate. Right? When you make a stop like that on first down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Mayfield now from the gun. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. First and 10, it's Mayfield. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a set on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Catch made left side by Abuka. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Down the field, Evans has it. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. We'll get 22 out of that play. And the Bucs have the first.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
First down, here's Baker. That's Godwin with yet another one. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. The give now to White. And he'll go down here at the 16. That one gains 7. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here's White again. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, this is White. And they find him after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Sending a tight end in motion left. 3rd and short, Mayfield. And they score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers stretch into a 2-score game in the 4th. Mike Evans with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers push the lead up to 12.
Buccaneers 39, Falcons 27.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Agnew on the return. A little burst so far. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Now here come the Falcons on offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. First and 10 from the 32. Out of the gun, Cousins. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Give him 25 on that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Cousins on first down. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be second down.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
The Buccaneers go to the nickel, third down. Cousins throwing again. Complete beyond the marker. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
And the Falcons first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Pressure coming, it's Cousins. He's got a man left. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
That's another Falcons first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Falcons.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
All the left side. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
It's a gain of
go here on third down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Pass complete to Robinson. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Throwing is Cousins. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And it just seems like, Kate, constantly
he's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back sacks have these guys suddenly staring at 3rd and goal.
It's 4th down and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Falcons need to score quickly. Defense looking for a stop. Extra DB out on 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He has all day back there. That one connects. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
You want to nerd out at the end of the year with me, Kate? We'll go back and look at the amount of time per completion in the league. The best of them are around 2.2 seconds. The guys that hold on to the longest, they're somewhere around 2.6 seconds. You give your quarterback that kind of eternity to throw, they'll find a completion.
And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons trim the deficit down to 5.
39. Falcons 34.
So with less than a minute and a half to play, they must recover this onside effort. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Needed to try it. We all get it, but didn't work. Still now have those 3 timeouts to fall back on.
They did need to try it, but I think there is a school of thought of, hey, also kick it deep with those 3 timeouts. So now your defense can't give up a yard. Right now, you've really burdened your defense to get a quick stop, a quick stop, a quick stop, and make sure they do not give up any yardage to this opposing offense.
Let's go defense. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. First and 10 from the 43. It's an option right that begins this drive. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Running on second with White. And his fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Back to throw. Got a man. This is Evans. And the Buccaneers get that first down. And that should be enough to start the celebration and earn them this win. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Sign quarterback run here. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So it's a win for the Buccaneers. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Buccaneers winners, as with that, we sign off from Tampa.